Hello all, and welcome back to Next Exit. Today's episode is going to be a little bit different, as it's taken over the course of about a year. As you may know, I have a fascination with cemeteries, and today we're going to visit a few local ones that are home to a few famous names. We're going to start off this video with a trip to Mocksville, North Carolina, when I was filming a scene from my Cabin Fever filming locations episode of On the Road. This is one of the oldest cemeteries I've ever been to, especially in this part of the state. Many of the graves here are older than our country itself, but the most famous grave here would be that of Squire and Sarah Boone, the parents of frontiersman Daniel Boone. As you can see, the stones are barely legible. Sarah's says, SHA plus Boone, departed this life 1777, aged 77 years. And while Squire Boone's is a bit easier to make out, it is in no way easier to understand, saying, Squire Boone departed this life the 69th year of his age, in the year of our Lord 1765, January the 2nd. However, as you can see here on the more modern plaque, the word "the" is spelled 3 different ways, and that's not even to mention the spelling of the word January. Next brings us just miles from my home to White Plains, a small community on the outskirts of Mount Airy, North Carolina, to the grave of Eng and Chang Bunker, the Siamese Twins. This grave is exceptionally large because the twins, dying mere hours apart, are naturally buried together, along with their wives on each side of them. It really is fascinating to read and learn about these two, just to know that they traveled the world together throughout most of their early life, to end up here in Surry County, where their bodies still rest today. And finally, this brings us to Rose Lawn Burial Park in Martinsville, Virginia, where there are a few more infamous residents, most notably the Bondurant Brothers, made famous by the 2012 film Lawless. Here we see the middle brother, James Forrest Bondurant, portrayed by Tom Hardy in the film, buried alongside the brothers' parents, Betty and Granville Bondurant. And not far away is oldest brother Benjamin Howard Bondurant, played by Jason Clarke in the film. And finally, that brings us to youngest brother Andrew Jackson Bondurant, who was played by Shia LaBeouf, along with his wife Bertha. Now, as you can see, they are in the newer part of the cemetery, being the last of the brothers to die. And this made it much harder to find his grave, actually causing me to come back months later to find it. Thankfully, I had the help of a friendly groundskeeper to lead me right to the stone. Now also in this cemetery was bluegrass singer and guitarist and Martinsville native Jim Ians. I hope you've enjoyed this edition of Next Exit. There are quite a few more famous graves here within an hour's drive of my house, and if you would like to see a part 2 featuring some of those, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for joining, and I'll see you all next time.